Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Thomas from RohmerFitness, and in today's video I'm going to share with you the best exercise you can do for each body part. But before I get into that, be sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. This is going to be the best way to stay up to date with my latest content, and I'm going to be posting new videos each and every week. So if you haven't already, be sure to check out my previous video, which I'm going to be putting a link up here to, which I shared with you how to prioritize your training. What muscle groups are the most important that you should focus your efforts on in order to build the ideal physique. So in today's video, I'm going to go over the best exercises you should be doing for each body part. And I'm just going to go from head to toe here. So first off, we're going to start off with the shoulders. Now, with a couple of these muscle groups, I'm going to share multiple exercises with you just because you're not going to be able to get complete development from one exercise with some of these muscle groups, and the shoulders is one of them. So the first exercise you're going to want to do is a version of a military press. So you can do barbell, dumbbell, and you can do it seated or standing, whatever the case may be. But this is going to be a really good exercise to help overload the shoulders and build up the front delt of the shoulders. So definitely an exercise you want to work on getting stronger with over time. And then the other exercise I highly recommend doing for shoulders is going to be a lateral raise. So again, you can do this seated or standing, and you can even do it one arm at a time with a dumbbell. So that's really going to allow you to overload one side and focus on using as heavy of a weight as possible. So if you get stronger with those two exercises, you're definitely going to be building up some really good shoulders. Now, up next we have the back. So with back, again, it's going to be hard to hit the back from every angle with just one exercise. There really isn't one exercise that's going to give you complete back development. So the first, what you're going to need to do is have a vertical pulling movement and a horizontal pull movement. The vertical pull is going to help with the back width, whereas the horizontal pull will help with the back thickness. So for the best vertical pulling exercise you could do, that is going to be a weighted chin up or pull up. So this is a really good exercise to, overload the back. You can build up to some pretty heavy weights to it. And if you're unable to currently do pull-ups or chin-ups, just go ahead and replace it with a lat pull-down. But I personally do prefer the pull-up version more to the lat pull-down. And then for the horizontal pull, we're going to go with a bent over row. So again, another really good exercise. You can work up to some pretty heavy weights, overload the back muscle, and build up some really good back thickness. So those are the best exercises you can do for the back. And then moving on, we're going to go to the chest here. The best exercise you can do for the chest is going to be some sort of incline press. So an incline dumbbell press or an incline barbell press. Personally, I usually stick with the incline dumbbell press simply because it's going to help work on both sides evenly. If you have one side that tends to be stronger than the other, if you do a barbell press, that side might overcompensate and do more of the workload, and over time it will be bigger and stronger than the other side. So if you want even thickness throughout, a dumbbell is a great option to go with. So it's also going to allow you to kind of go through a little bit more of a range of motion than the barbell as well. But again, the barbell version is a great way to really overload the chest and work up to some pretty heavy weights that you might not be able to with dumbbells. So pros and cons to each, and you can do whatever works for you. But the key with doing it on an incline is the fact that it will work more on the upper chest region, which will give you an even thickness throughout your entire chest muscle. So a lot of guys tend to focus on the flat barbell bench press, which will primarily work on the mid to lower chest. And that's kind of how you can get an overdeveloped type of man boob look if you focus too much on that. So you definitely want to be focusing more on the incline version as opposed to the flat version. Moving on here, we're going to go to the triceps. And for the triceps, I really like something like a dumbbell skull crusher. This is a really good exercise to stretch out the triceps at the bottom of the movement and really hit the triceps hard. You can work up to some pretty heavy weights with this exercise too, but the main thing is just that getting that stretch at the bottom and then fully contracting the triceps at the top. And another pro tip here when doing skull crushers is you don't want to have your arm fully straight up and down running perpendicular to the floor. You want to have it back a little bit. And what that's going to do is help keep constant tension on the triceps, which is exactly what you want. So moving on to the biceps, we are going to go with the incline dumbbell curl. So you're simply just going to set a bench to 45 degrees, lean back on it, and then curl the weight from there. This is a really good stretch exercise for the biceps, and you'll really feel it at the bottom portion of the movement. And again, you can work up to some pretty heavy weights here. These are exercises that are meant to be able to progress with and get stronger with, but at the same time, provide a stretch for the biceps so you can actually feel the muscle working. So it's a really good exercise for the biceps. And then finally, we have the legs. So with legs, you pretty much want to do any variation of a squat. So I'm going to show you a front squat here, which is primarily going to be hitting the quads. That's the muscle that's going to hit the hardest. You could also do a back squat, which would place more emphasis on the hamstrings and glutes if you'd rather bring up those areas. You can do a Bulgarian split squat, pistol squat, whatever kind of squat you want. All the variations are really good. You just want to do some sort of a squat variation. That is going to be the best exercise to build up the leg muscles. So again, with bringing up any body part in general, it's all going to be about getting stronger and focusing on progressive overload. Are you doing more weight over time? So those are the best exercises. Just focus on those, getting stronger in them, and you will build up an incredible physique. So that is going to be it for today's video. If you liked it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And also, while you're at it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with my latest tips and videos. And other than that, I will be talking to you next time. Peace.